Hi, everybody. John Anderson Pierre, the Beer Ramble, back again. Back to doing my one beer review a week. Today, we're looking at Terrapin Recreational Ale. I'm doing this video on my other half's computer right now. My laptop is going through some stuff right now, so I'm trying to get all the kinks out of it. And when I did my last review previous week, I did my wine review and I did it on my phone of all things, and it turned out to be okay. But for whatever reason, I'm trying to download some photos and some videos that I recorded this week. And once again, it seems to be not operational for whatever the reason. So I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to work out the kinks on that phone and everything else, trying to sync everything in. And as they say, that's how it goes. But anyway, on to the beer. Terrapin Recreational Ale came out in 2013, 4.7 ABV. It is an American Pale Ale style. The scores on Beer Advocate and Rate Beer. Terrapin Brewery, of course, based in Athens, Georgia. Georgia also, like many places in the Southeast, starting to get a very good name in terms of beers. Now, it says a recreational ale session IPA, but if you look at Beer Advocate, they call it an American Pale Ale style. So, whatever. Here, what the beer looks like. Now, at previous times when I've had this beer, I've had this before. The first time I had it was back in 2014. And it was always very foamy. It just, when I popped open, it was just full of foam, whatever. And as you can see by the head up top, quite, not much, but a little bit of it here. Osprey Session IPA, 2 roll malts, some crystal hops, or one of the hops that they have in the beer. Camping trip beer, all that good stuff. We're going camping, we're going canoeing, this and that, and hey, let's have a Session IPA. Now, it seems that Sessions IPA or whatever versus your standard IPAs or your double IPAs or imperial IPAs. I guess they're all going by different styles. But again, Session IPAs like All Day IPA by Founders. I know Sweetwater has, I think, the Hop Hash, which is, I thought it might have replaced something else. I'm not sure. It didn't replace their other IPA that Sweetwater has, but um, again, beers at very low ABV, not very strong, not very powerful. Kind of these styles of beers now are kind of looked upon as like your lagers. They're easy, smooth, easy drinking. They're not overly, the ABV is not as high as some other IPAs that I've had, like the Voodoo Ranger, formerly Ranger by New Belgium, or Goose IPA. So, the beer looks like here. Taste. A little aftertaste of a little bitter, but a little aftertaste of some orange, a little citrus in this. I mean, it's good. Again, gave it a good score. Beer Advocate and Rate Beer. I mean, nothing to really brag home about. Again, it's like your the IPAs I've had, or session IPAs, I should say. But can I compare this to, say, Dale's Pale Ale, or maybe, of course, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale? Maybe you can. I know Fairhope has their plus, was it Fairhill Brewery Company. They're 5165. I don't know what the name of that IPA is, but it's one of their popular ones. But uh, and I've done a review of it, if you can see on my channel. I'll take my hat off, folks. Show the hair. You know, it's a good, not great, but good session. And like lagers, which you compare with anything food-wise, session IPAs you can pair it with anything. I had one of this earlier, and I had some chicken tenders with this, grilled chicken tenders, and that was good, and it paired well with it. Or burgers and fries, you can compare this with a pizza. You know, these beers now can seem that you can, can go with anything, or the can go with any palate, as they say. Um, Whatever you're munching on or consuming, dinner-wise, lunch, maybe a morning thing, morning breakfast, I guess. Hey, let me have some fried eggs and steak. Hey, let's wash it down with a Session IPA. This beer, they got their High Five IPA, which is okay. That was another beer I've had from them. Terrapin. If you notice their box, it's kind of interesting. It's very how they do it, the packaging, but it looks like it's like you're grabbing like a, you can grab it like with the palm of your hand, like, just kind of walk around with it easily, and somehow it packs about 12 beers inside that package. So clever marketing, I guess, from the folks at Terrapin. I think other companies seem to be doing that. I even notice Coors is starting to do that now, brewery. And it seems that the packaging is getting smaller and smaller, and able to compact all this beer into one case. The price for this beer is about, I've seen about $7.99 to $8.99. I guess that's a good deal. If you're a fan of this beer, I think there are other IPAs, in my opinion, I think a little less expensive than this. I know Ranger in my area, and I'm leaning towards them because of the price. It's about maybe $6.99. Sierra Nevada, about that. Depends what grocery store you go to. It's about the same. Sweetwater, I think, is about $5.99 now. Their IPA. Again, I don't know why I keep saying IPA. It says a pale ale on Beer Advocate, but if you can go as both pale and maybe the same ingredients of pale ale and the IPA, similar ingredients but different styles. I guess more malts, M-A-L-T-S in a pale ale versus hops in an IPA. Malts are here and the hops are there. And that's for a pale ale, where in an IPA the hops are there and the malts are kind of like this. So, or Indian pale lagers, something like that. But look, this is a good IPA. So Session IPA pale ale. So won't going on with this. Well, almost at 9 minutes. So Terrapin. I'm going to give this a B minus because, again, it's not as foamy as it once was. I think they've kind of gotten that under control now, but still a good Session IPA pale ale. So that's my score, B minus, which will be a 8.2. Fair. Garnish Pierre the Beer Ramble. Take you behind and always. Cheers, Terrapin. I'm going hiking. I'm going to run the mountains and have a Session IPA or pale ale, whatever makes you happy.